Hello everyone, and giant meme explosions, or GIF explosions. How is everyone doing tonight? Sorry for starting a little bit late here. We're just kind of catching up on things, trying to get everything synced up here, but we're ready to go now. Starting things off, let's change over to our... Oh, there's all the sound effects. So we've got some new stuff, as you can see here on the stream. You'll see as it kind of goes on throughout the night, but a couple of announcements. First of all, these cool announcements, or these cool notifications now. So when you use channel points to give +1s to any of our players or myself, you will see that stuff come on the screen. Good job there, Bumpy Crow. So it'll actually remind myself and everyone else, and everybody at home can actually see that, hey, our players have a +1. Also, if you give me a minus, it works for me right now. I still have to set everyone else up for that. There actually will be in the future some different interactions you can have on the stream with the points or the bits and stuff like that, but we'll get into that in the future. Also, as an announcement, starting the first week of November I want to say it's the 3rd, November 3rd, we're actually going to start streaming this live game on Tuesday nights instead of Wednesday. There's some changes in some of our work schedules. We're just kind of trying to shift. It'll still be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it'll just be occurring on Tuesdays instead. As always, there's a dice giveaway at the break, so make sure you stick around for that, and you'll get that secret code so you can get your chance to win. Special thanks to the Sleepy Sorceress on here and the Sleepy Dragons Need Coffee for the art that we have that you see on the screen. It still looks amazing. I mean, it's awesome. So, it's great. I'm still kind of taken aback by how awesome it is. Also, don't forget we have a Discord community that you guys can actually interact with and talk to about things going on in this game, memes, PC questions and answers, Dungeon Master tips, and all kinds of cool stuff. Links for a lot of other stuff is down there. Also, if you also want to support the channel in any way, we actually are still trying to get some momentum for some subscribers, so we can actually get some new emojis. So if you subscribe, we'll have that opportunity to kind of make some more and unlock them. So make sure you do that so we can kind of mess around with some of this really cool stuff. And then, Ben, do you guys have anything going on over there at PlayMQ Gaming?
Not well. I mean, sort of PlayMQ Gaming. We just got done. I know we talked about it last week. Recording another episode for the Haunt Collective or the Collective Raw, whatever we're calling it these days. And we're in talks with Alex Cameron now, the man in charge of GameholeCon. We actually interviewed him last July. God, that feels like years ago instead of a year ago now. Yeah, right. But before GameholeCon last year, and we're in talks with him to do an episode for that, which we will hopefully have up on Facebook. We're just having some issues with editing right now because timing. Our boss / editor is also doing that for his daughter's volleyball games. So, there's a little bit of a backlog.
Yeah.
But there's stuff coming. It's just a matter of time.
Okay, that's awesome.
Keep an eye out.
And then Ashley, what do you got?
The usual. We have the Empower Hour on Sunday at twitch.tv/Slade's Paradise. This week's episode of Interviewing With on Are You Sure You Want to Do That's YouTube channel will be Luke Gygax. Then we have the Icewind Dale campaign started a few weeks ago, and next week will be episode 4. Come see how our amazing DM torments us. And let me see what else we got. We have Damsel and Hags, which is our podcast on Anchor. I feel like, and we have a Patreon up, and there's so much different stuff that we got going on at Are You Sure You Want to Do That? Then, of course, we have our lovely artist who has Foxy Maps. So, check all of our amazing stuff out, guys.
A lot of stuff.
So much stuff.
All right. So before I forget, Bumpy Crow, thanks for the resub for 2 months there. It's a 2-month streak on the Prime subscription. That's awesome. Sarlon1, thank you for the follow. C Dark Moon, thank you for the follow. Kazoo Croc, Trey Clear, Reaper Cake, Trickster Lore, Wild Angel 101, Wolfman, Kip Studley, Revolta Scott, Atamanama, and Platinum Dice has also subscribed with a Prime subscription. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for the support. We greatly appreciate it and are so thankful that you guys enjoy what we're doing here. It's actually really cool.
Thank you guys.
Hell yeah.
So, last we left off, our adventurers were kind of an interesting predicament at the very end of their last episode. They actually learned a little bit about each other over the course of the previous campaign, or the course of the previous episode. We actually learned that Juliet was actually of House Lamont, one of the 10 major drow houses known, or at least famous throughout the Underdark. And as a result, we also learned that she was actually supposed to be a part of a trial for Lolth, to become a cleric of Lolth, and decided to run away. And that's kind of how she ended up in the predicament that she's currently in. And the players also did learn that she also apparently sold her soul to some sort of patron that's actually given her her magical powers. Morharon, we actually learned about you that you have this kind of like old festering wound from an attack on your family from when you were younger. And thank you, Starbreeze, for the follow. And we actually learned that this wound actually continues to fester as if it just recently happened, but it's not actively bleeding, and it's a cause for concern. Shirley, we basically know almost everything about you and your upbringing in the city of Nulgrim now as a result of what's been going on here, and kind of everything's been integrated. And then Timmick is from some random town and like 2 seconds away from Timberwood, who apparently got drunk and lost in the woods and never went back and is a tree hugger. So that's pretty much
There we go.
That's pretty much what we learned for the most part about everything. So we have a -1 for Juliet, so we're actually going to just, that +1 that's on there, Juliet, and there it goes. In addition, our players actually on their journey back to the city of Nulgrim actually ran into a couple of very interesting orcs. They actually had some weird magical abilities that they were able to use against the party, which the party then quickly dispatched and didn't learn anything about, other than the fact that they, through some investigation, you guys found some talismans for a specific orc deity, or kind of mother, basically known as Kuluk, that these orcs were maybe clerics or followers, worshippers of. And it was very strange, given that you guys rolled so high back then, that they're usually normally from areas more closer to the mountains towards the Dark Top, but for whatever reason they kind of ventured off into this area. After that, you returned to Nulgrim. You actually stopped in at the over at the tavern in Middle Nulgrim to go meet with Anon Kine and the Hand of Justice, and actually met up with Ikumi, turning in your, well, what was a T-Rex tooth, but she wanted a claw, but she took it nonetheless, and you guys were actually given your rite of passage into the actual Hand of Justice Monster Hunter Guild. Upon which you then also took on the task of a couple more different kind of jobs, contracts that they had. You heard about a troll hunt that was to occur in the marshes and swamps north of Thistlebrush, and you knew that that was basically, if you followed the stream, you'll be able to find this particular troll's kind of living space. And then you also learned about a group of frog people that have been attacking soldiers and other common folk between the on the roads between Pinewall and the Cloudspire Citadel to the north. And that one you found out was for a very large sum of gold. And then upon which you returned back to the Castle Ostgel, to kind of update Shirley's father on the happenings of the attack on Chesterfield, upon which you learned that through kind of a long monologue by your father that a number of forces of the Duergar are actually at work here, and a number of them have been, it's literally an invading force that's kind of spread around the map. There's more forces than there seem to be defenses in this northern part of the continent, and it's going to be a challenge. And the last we left off, the Duke Dochen Wentz said, "Shirley, what do you think we should do?" And that's where we left off. So we are actually going to immediately, from here, go over to the northern Theoba map here in just 1 second. While I get that queued up here, we can actually kind of talk while I do this. So Shirley, what do you think we should do?
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to see a map again because I have a general idea what's going on.
Hold on, let me, I feel like we need a different mood here.
All right, let's see what we got here. All right. Oh, shit, I don't have to go.
So you see before you, this is the general map. Pine Wall and is here to the north. There's actually a road here that goes up to the Cloudspire Citadel, which actually is at the base of the Cloudspire Mountains, and the Knockaneer Mountains, which are actually to the northwest. However, those are not depicted here on this map. I can actually show you that, guys, here in a little bit. But this is kind of the war map, as it were, that's kind of spread out in front of you. The different hexes here, for you guys and the viewers at home, represent different, or basically 1 day's travel for a group of soldiers or your party or what have you. So that's kind of your purview to kind of delineate there. You guys also, just so you guys are aware, you do have a token here in Nulgrim for yourselves. So you guys do count. So there is that. But Shirley, what do you think we should do?
Oh, all right. Oh, shit. My stream stopped. Okay. All right. Sorry, my stream stopped there for a second.
Okay.
Like everything was just like. Anyway, all right. Let's see. So we have forces at. What's?
Yep. So you have forces in the different towns here along the roads. You actually have a force of unskilled soldiers. That's hence the scout token there. Over at the Emperor Garrison, you have forces in Nulgrim and in Deer Meadow, and currently nothing in Timberwood that's actually underneath your father's purview. It's mostly just marauders and different types of hired swords and stuff like that. They'll have, and just to give you guys some context, like there will be, the villagers aren't just gonna let them roll over themselves. You know them to be kind of hardy lumberjacks. Like they're gonna try to defend themselves, but they're not gonna be as effective necessarily as some of these trained soldiers that you have at your disposal. You also do know, as a result of your conversation with your father as well, the slave city of Dreadmire here to the east is not necessarily, they're not allies, I guess the best way to put it, but there is, you could always ask them for help. Shadowmoor is also like kind of more of a, I would call it a glorified pirate shantytown is the best way I can put it. It's much more degenerate, so some not so great options here, but there are options nonetheless. And then you actually do have a gnomish halfling city here all the way to the east on the coast here in Thistlebrush that is neutral currently to your father's rule at this point.
Are there still forces at Chesterfield? Didn't we get rid of them?
There is a small defending force here in Chesterfield currently right now. So actually, I will denote.
I thought those woods there were Chesterfield.
No, it's this one right here. So I will put it. I'll denote that, but we'll make it. I'll use the scout token because it's not a full like soldier force. It's kind of Captain Reichel and his group of men that are just kind of left there to defend that town.
I think I would tell, unfortunately, whoever's in Chesterfield, Captain Reichel and his group should retreat to the Ember Garrison. Unfortunately, Chesterfield and Dewhurst are probably, like, they're not very defensible positions, right?
Under the current status, no. I mean, Dewhurst is actually sacked, so you can actually just ignore them. I don't have a good...
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have a good way to basically... I think I can make a little circle of a blast radius. They're gone. So there's that.
Yeah. Yeah, so Dewhurst is gone. Chesterfield is, it's still there, but if there's not people there, I feel like this invasion is less about taking ground and more about sending a message that basically we can do what we want. You know what I mean? So I would send word to them to withdraw to the Ember Garrison, reinforce them, and what do I know about Elderwater?
Elderwater actually itself has also been, I forgot to denote that already in here as well. Elderwater has actually been taken as well in the current predicament.
Okay. And like the Nolgrim, the dukedom knows this?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to try and make better circles here.
No, that's okay. I'm just thinking because if we can contain them at Darktop, if they're not, running amok, I don't because that's the thing. I don't think they're coming for. I mean, we found messages that said they were coming for Juliet, right? Like they're not coming for Nolgrim.
Correct.
We just happen to be in the way. But that's bad news bears for them because the Northmen do not roll over. Like, you don't fuck with our territories, especially not sack 3 of our towns and expect not to get some kind of shit in return. Obviously, if there's an actual company at Deer Meadow, I say they hold their ground. Fucking Dewhurst. If they pull out of Chesterfield, there's another regiment in the woods there.
This is actually a Duergar regiment that's here in the woods. Based on the intelligence that you guys have gathered from your father, there's a bunch of different ways you can attack this. There's the option of mobilizing the forces, like you're talking about. There's also the opportunity, provided you put everybody in the place that you want them to be, for you to gather your own, kind of basically your party to kind of go around and do some stuff as well. Unless you want to station yourselves just kind of somewhere to defend and stand tall. So there's a lot of options here for you guys to kind of mess around with. I know it's a lot to kind of take in at the same time. There's also the opportunity. It'll take it'll take about a day. It's a little bit riskier, but there is because this is on a main road here. You don't need a day. This is a magical world. You can actually talk to the leaders of these different settlements as well, and see if they can mobilize forces for you as well. It's just going to need some negotiation. So there's a lot of different options here. I don't want you guys to think that there's nothing on the table. Like, you can talk to these people and mobilize if they want to, if they care to. You can manipulate your own forces and say screw the people over on the east side. It's all completely up to you.
I was going to say, I would definitely, again, send word to Chesterfield, have them withdraw to the Ember Garrison. Pinewall, I would have stay put I can't read. What is that? Winter
Whalestone.
cone?
Whalestone.
Whalestone.
Here, I'll move the token out of the way so you guys can see it.
I was gonna say it's just a little zoomed in. I would have them move to. I want them to advance to within a day's march of Elderwater.
Okay.
I don't want them going any further north, and the river should hold them, keep them, from Pine Wall.
Which target do you want them to go to? So if you say a day's march to
So,
Elderwater.
let me go over here to Foundry. So I would
spot
have,
right there. So that'll take them about 3 days. So I'll put the target. I'll put a target on there for you guys, just so you have it.
Yeah. So I would have them go there. I keep forgetting. I'm like watching the stream, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can go over to Foundry. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. And then these guys, I want to withdraw to here. And then we, as long as everybody's cool with it, should go here.
Okay.
I feel like it's going to take us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost a week, but maybe if we can make contact with Thistlebrush, like if the dukedom itself, if Dotrin can send word to them, like to defend Timberwood, I don't know, whatever they require, because Timberwood is timber is one of Nolgrim's key resources, right? And I don't want to leave Nolgrim undefended.
Okay.
So
you want your father to communicate with the folks in Thistlebrush?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like for you to go ahead and in Foundry roll 2d6 for me.
Okay. Let's see here. But
and you can add your +1
okay.
if you want to.
Yeah, I'll add the +1.
Okay. So
that's
1, 2, 3, so that's 4. All right. So with that, that makes that a 5, which is good for you. You actually you actually hear back from your father. He responds back after sending that word. It was tough. We might have to give them something here at the end of all of this in order to make up for their sacrifice, or in order to make up for what they are asking for, or for what we're asking for. But they will join us. So you now have that unit at your disposal.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Then I would tell them just to secure Timberwood.
Okay. So travel on the road is double. Luckily. So in this case, that would be 1, 2. It would take them probably midway through the 3rd day to get there. But you can have them make that as their primary objective.
Yeah. Just hold the line, basically. We're going for the head of the snake.
Okay. Let me draw that out. Enjoying my fire lines. That's I'm using the same tool that I used to make the fire in the other scene. And for these troops, it's actually going to just take them 1 day because they can get on the road and get right over there. So
awesome.
All right. So we'll leave the map up, but at this point, your father turns to you and goes, "This is probably the best course of action. Thankfully, the folks there in Thistlebrush will help us. not sure how much help they'll be. They are just kind of the small folk, but we'll see how it goes, son. I think your plan to bite off the head of the snake is probably our best bet.
So I'm actually at this point I'm not sure out of character what the like proper channels for this are, but I might like take my dad aside and be like, I've drafted like this letter or whatever while we were traveling, like of recommendation for Captain Reichel, Morharan, Timmick, and Juliet to be knighted as citizens of both Nulgrim and the Kingdom of Theoba, and that henceforth they should be known as the Teeth of Nulgrim.
Do I get a salary? Or squire?
This is good, son. We'll see to it, provided we can get out of this. Of course.
Thank you, sir. They have performed admirably and far beyond the call of duty.
As of you. I didn't anticipate you, well, I've heard of your exploits on your way back home. Word travels fast around here. You've done good. Keep it up.
Thank you.
No, you don't. And no, little man, you don't get a salary.
I
You
got
gotta do a
land?
little more than that. Where you head first?
I don't know. What does everybody think? Do we think should we try and slip between Dewhurst and Chesterfield and go straight for Darktop Mountain, or do we want to kind of backtrack to Timberwood and head up from there? It's going to be a couple days journey either way.
I personally like the idea of trying to sneak through.
Okay.
That's my vote.
All right.
I went mooring.
All right. I've got the spell slots for this.
Is there anything that you would like to do before you leave town?
I want to say, do we want to hit up the trader again and see about any items, or we feel pretty provisioned? Like, I mean, obviously we want to stock up on food and that sort of thing. I feel like, do you need any more milk, Timmick?
He
No,
has.
we still have that keg of it, right, in the bag of holding.
I still
Yes.
have about 9 gallons left.
That should be good for a few more weeks. And hey, I'm looking for milk around the world, so maybe I'll find something good out there. Maybe those gnomes from that other town over there have some milk with them.
Maybe you'll be able to milk the
Rush.
Duergar too.
Maybe.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, let's see. All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I was gonna say I would like to hit up. Oh shoot! I gotta see how much gold I got.
Probably a good idea.
150.
I said it sounds about right. 115. Okay, I want to slide back over to. Oh, I gotta find his name. Where is that?
You trying to go back to the Majestic Hippogriff?
Yeah, I was gonna say I can remember the name of like the place, but not the guy's name.
Adon.
Adon, thank you. I wanted to say Anon, but I knew that was the...
No, Anon. You know who Anon
She's
is.
the hunter. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Adon Boki.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to go back over there and hit him up, see if he's got any new stock, / if he still has his old stock.
You see him. You end up going into a shop. He's currently serving a couple customers, but he does see you kind of come in, and you kind of have a presence. Like, you're still kind of always wearing your kind of Nulgrim insignias and stuff like that. And he,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and he turns, and you still see him, brown hair tied into a long ponytail, kind of like a long handlebar mustache with a little piece of scruff right here. Wears a very ornate looking white and green accented shirt with this kind of like large mantle, not like a full like epaulettes mantle, but just kind of almost like a headscarf kind of thing. And he kind of turns and goes, "Hi, back again, I see. You're bringing more gold with you this time."
Well, more gold, and we have the backing of the guild this time. In case you hadn't heard.
Guild? What guild?
The Hand of Justice.
All right.
Listen, I understand. Business is rough these days. I'm willing to deal fairly, but I feel like you'll be getting a fair bit more business in case you haven't heard. There's a bit of a war afoot.
I've heard a little bit about this war. Yes, war is generally good.
At least for business.
At least for business, of course. So, what are you all looking for? I still have most of my same stock. I've gotten a couple other items, but and obviously I can give you a fair deal for those items, of course. Last time you were here, I still have those potions of healing. I still have that dice that basically allows you to roll, make it roll whatever you want. It's a D6 that rolls whatever you decide it to be. I've got that staff that can turn into a snake. I've got that slippery oil. Those eyeglasses of the sunglasses of charming, and that powerful pearl. As far as new things, I have come across a couple of things. I've come across a couple more specific case type potions. One for climbing, one to allow you to be invisible, and I've also acquired basically a helm that lets you understand most languages.
Oh. How much for that?
For the helm, it would be normally 500, but for your group, 250.
About 30 gold.
I was gonna say,
how about something a little more reasonable, son?
I will do you 115. It is every red cent I have right now, but I will pay you the remainder when we get back from dealing with these Duergar, because I guarantee you I will have the money.
We'll pay you in Duergar tongues.
Which I have recently placed a bounty of 25 gold ahead on Duergar.
So you currently owe money outside of what you're gonna owe me?
Well, so here's the funny bit about that. My father
I figured there would be a funny bit about that.
owes money outside of what I owe, but
We're
I
gonna make
plan
it.
on collecting on that bounty along the way.
It's like an allowance.
Exactly. I'm doing a service for the neighborhood, as well as my 3 friends here. We can collect quite a few Duergar scalps, as it were.
Well, I hope you do, so you don't have to pay the other folks. I hope you don't think your father's gonna bankroll your own bounty.
I mean, I could always just give them to Timmick or someone else.
I mean, I'm gonna probably kill all of them anyways.
Right. I mean,
I think we're getting a little bit off track. So you want to basically take out a credit? Is that what you're saying?
right. For like, I don't know, like 130.
The remainder of the 135. Yeah.
Right. I will. You know, I'll leave you anything but my signet, like, you know, shield, cape, spear, you name it. I'll be good for it. But
Surely, if you leave your weapon with him, you won't be able to kill any Duergar to collect those bounties.
I mean, I have a sword, and I swear to God, I will punch one of these motherfuckers to death just for invading my land.
I've seen him punch a rat to death.
I'll do it to Duergar. They're no better.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check, and you can use that +1.
All right. That's beautiful.
Hey.
Nice.
Woo!
So with a natural 20 for a 26, he responds,
Yeah.
Well, I suppose if you can't pay up, I can always take it up with your father.
You can indeed.
Leave the cape. You got yourself a deal.
Done.
I expect to be paid in full by the end of the week.
A week may be pushing it, but you will be paid in full. I'll even throw in the low extra.
Throw in extra, you can get yourself 3 weeks.
Beauty. Done.
He shakes on it, and you now have on your possession a helm of comprehend languages.
Yes. Score. Beauty.
So I will give that to you here on the other side of the screen here in a second.
Hey.
So you guys do have that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So basically that's all your gold, so all 115, so take that off your sheet.
Yes, indeed.
And I will give you your fancy hat.
Fuck yeah. For that is 110% worth it. Like that helmet, like the fact that I don't have to A, know that spell, and B, cast it.
It's a win-win.
Right, like I will take that all day long. I mean, like, I might even like, I don't know, throw something nice for this guy. If we get some like Duergar tongues or something, all his.
Please don't.
All right, I'll find you something nicer than tongues, like jewels or something. I don't know. What do you like? What does Zidane like? He seems like a man of culture to me.
I like to think of myself as a man of culture, yes. And as you're having this conversation, he does hand you the helm, and it's very well, it's not a fashion statement, to say the least. You do know that it's a wondrous item that doesn't have to be attuned to. However, it is a helmet that kind of almost comes over in the shroud of your face and has these like kind of glowing green like kind of like screens over them. And if you put it on and you look at writing that you don't understand, it actually almost like morphs and translates itself back into common. And then it actually goes and covers over your ears, and you can actually see almost these like elven tipped ears on them. And whenever somebody speaks a language that you don't understand, it actually translates it into common for you to listen to as well. And then it comes down and actually comes over the mouth. And any language that you speak, actually, if I remember right, comprehend languages. Yeah, so you can't speak any language, but you can understand any spoken language or any read language or any written language.
What were the two new things that you said were there?
The other things that are there, there were, he mentioned some potions of, let me find them again, potion of climbing and a potion of invisibility.
That's what I thought they were. Are those like, I'm just trying to get the scene in my head. Are they like up there on the counter where I can see them? Are they in a back room somewhere?
So these individual bottles are up on a shelf behind him and then underneath in kind of a glass case is the kind of just general healing potions. There's actually one larger, greater healing potion in there as well. In addition to some of the other items that he has, like the dice, the little it's a charlatan's die is in there, amongst a few other items. Amongst the staff is kind of displayed on the table in a nice kind of like ornate looking, kind of like gold filigreed, like little display. And then the sunglasses of charming and the pearl are also located underneath in the glass case as well, as is the oil.
And is there some form of back room?
There is kind of like a there is a back room. So there's like kind of like a red cloth sheet that kind of comes across an archway that you can see, which give me a perception check. I will allow you to have the option to use your +1 or not in this case, in this scenario, if you want to use it or not.
I will hold it for now.
Okay.
That's a 19 perception.
19 perception. You can actually see there in the back. You can see what looks to be almost just kind of a general like living quarters. You can actually see what looks to be a bed, the edge of a bedpost in the back. You actually also do see a kind of like cooking space and stuff like that. And that's just because mostly because it's one kind of sheet that's kind of like sloshed, drawn over to the side, so you can get kind of a little bit of glimpse in the back. But it's kind of tough to see. But for the most part, it looks kind of like a living quarters. There might be some items back there that he's storing, but you can't tell from your vantage point.
Right, so
you have to actually go back there.
I know I've been in shops like this in the past, and I'm sure you've got a few extra things that you're keeping for a special occasion, and I'll take out a gold and hand it to him and say, why don't you take a look in the back room and see if you can find something better for us.
All right.
And then once he...
Hold on 1 second. Joffrey, and it's actually at this point that you see in the corner of the room, it wasn't this person wasn't there before.
What?
Suddenly appearing in the corner of the room is a gentleman in like studded leather armor and has like a sword and a crossbow on his hip, and just goes, "Yes, sir. Keep an eye on the wares while I check the back." Aye. And he goes off into the back to go and get some other items that you were asking for.
There's always more in the back for the right price, fellas.
Good information to have. Thank you, Maury.
We also don't have that much gold.
Yet. We have bullywugs to kill.
Yeah, once we do those contracts, we'll have plenty of gold.
God. Like,
this damn war had to break out instead, though.
I was gonna say, like, let me get this straight. Red wants to kill some motherfucking Duergar for invading his homeland. Ben, on the other hand, is like, let's get that bread.
Yeah.
Fair.
it's at this point that Adon comes back out and he presents to you a couple of things. So this is a, well, put it neatly, this is a nice red beaded necklace that upon plucking a pearl from it can cause a rather large explosion.
How much?
Normally, I would sell this for about 1,000 gold.
Lies.
Damn.
And you actually see it's more. There's actually 5 beads on this necklace. I'll give it to you all for 450.
Hold it for me.
Hold it for you.
Yes.
Listen.
You actually see it's a very nice ornate necklace. You see these orange beads, but in between each of the orange beads is a little piece of almost like a silver. It's on a silver chain with almost like a little silver like bead wrapped around as well. In between each of the individually colored orange ones, and he explains to you that if you were to use it, the orange ones are the ones you want to pull off.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I have to check something here. Fuck. This is in Middle Nolgrim, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the Market District.
This is just in the general market district, yeah.
How much gold should I have? Because for some reason I only have 10.
You should have 115 at least.
Yeah.
150.
115.
150.
Well, it depends on what else you've got, but yeah, I mean, the minimum she should have is 115, 120.
Okay, so yeah, 150.
150 or 115?
150.
Yeah,
Okay.
150 minimum.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Where's my notes?
So 450.
It's like you guys have just
Okay.
enough.
Maybe we should. Maybe we could sell him some of the stuff that we have.
I am one that does trade in different, gems and stones in addition to other potions and other curiosities. If you have anything specifically that you'd be looking to offload.
I was going to say,
That
we
looks like
still
one thing he brought out with him.
we have 9 gems worth 50 gold. I mean, math.
Did you ask if he brought anything else out with him?
Does it look like he has anything else with him, or does it look like all he brought out was that necklace?
It does look like that he also brought out a, in addition to that, he actually has kind of a little, almost like canvas bag with what looks to, there's something in it, but he hasn't really explained what it is yet.
Let them count their money. What else you got there?
Well, you see these, and he actually reaches down and he pulls out a little pot that has like a kind of a matching paintbrush to it. And he goes, this will allow you to paint anything that you want to be there. If there's a door that you want to be there that doesn't exist, you can paint it. If you need to paint yourself a new wagon wheel, you can paint it and it will come into existence.
Can we paint ourselves more gold?
Unfortunately, anything of monetary value is only a falsify of itself. It doesn't actually create gold. It will create a fool's gold. You might be able to pass it with some of the lesser merchants, but don't be trying that around here.
Does it work for
People have tried.
like ammunition or spears or that sort of thing? Like throwing weapons?
You might have better luck with some of the blacksmiths down the road. They have some different things. The man over at Forge and Fabricate generally deals in weapons, while the man at the Heated Hammer has armor that you could go and check out. So very interesting ones too. You should probably... you seem all relatively well armored, but there's some interesting items that he has down there that you might find useful.
I'm sorry, Forge and Fabricate and...
Forge and Fabricate, and then the Heated Hammer.
Heated Hammer, thank you. I heard heated, but I didn't hear hammer. I'm also deaf, so.
Well, how much for the paint? I don't know if anybody's here is interested, but I'd like to at least know a price.
Well, I've got 2 pots. These will set you back 100 gold total for the 2.
Do you trade in exotic animals? So I have this bird in my beard I could trade you.
Oh,
Don't you dare!
listen here. Listen here. Dale is a member of the Teeth of Nulgrim.
Now, hold on. How much are you looking to sell this bird for?
The fireball.
What you say this bird? What's so special about this bird?
Oh, this bird is quite the creature.
He's a motherfucking killer.
You can detect flying cheeses.
He's like
Can
some
you
like
detect flying
Swiss Alps
cheeses?
goddamn special forces shit.
I honestly don't think this man can afford Dale, so just take it off the table, Timmy.
It's
No,
possible.
hold on. What do you say special forces? What do you mean?
I mean, like, I've seen him kill a Bahir with a single dive.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh, shit. All right, where am I at?
With a statement like that, you have to roll.
Yeah, that's... I'll give it to you. Persuasion. Oh, fuck yes! Oh!
Nice.
So with a 23, he kind of, you say that and you see a look of kind of almost like he seems puzzled. He's not entirely convinced, but you haven't like completely turned him off to the conversation.
Oh, shit.
All right, I can give you 10 gold for the bird.
No, we're not getting rid of Timmick. Timmick is the mascot of this group.
Oh, we're selling the dwarf now. You should do that. There's a different.
You
type.
can take the dwarf. Leave the bird.
I'll stay here. I'll work for you for 10 gold. You guys go fight in the war, and I'll work in this magic shop for a couple weeks.
Oh, shit.
I think 10 platinum seems like a lot for, seems like about the right amount for this creature. I'm glad to hear that we're on the same page.
I said gold, son. So
Oh, God, go. Oh, you're funny. You're funny. All right, you said the hammer. I'll head down there and see what they're doing.
Oh, damn. He just walks the fuck out. He's like, peace, bitch.
Yeah, I'll walk out with more on.
I'll take off the cloak and hand it to him and be like, I expect that to be here when I get back. And walk out with the rest of the group.
Before you do that, he actually goes, son, you better teach these the other two about the art of the haggle. They clearly don't really quite understand how this all works.
I mean, you see the dwarf. He's got the bird living in his beard. I mean, it is a very special bird. And
I'm sure it is special to him. However,
I mean, special to all of us. And I look around and look at Juliet, Well,
exactly. And you have to understand my perspective. I haven't seen anything that the bird can do. Of course, I'm only going to offer so much. And
I've seen what the bird can do. I talked to the bird.
I'm sure you have. Oh, you can talk to the... Does he talk back?
He does talk back all the time.
Can you hear it when it talks, Burley?
And let me...
That's okay. I get it. I get the idea.
I was going to say, is it going to be a deception check to say yes? Because I have the helmet now?
I mean, comprehend language would let you understand man written and man, it wouldn't let you understand a bird talking. That's not, yeah.
Got you. Yeah, no, I mean, I've just seen what the Berg can do. He doesn't talk to me. He's, a Berg. But I understand what you're saying. The art of the haggle is key.
Well,
I
and not only
appreciate what you
that,
do.
like I understand where your dragonborn friend is coming from. However, I'm gonna pay for the value that something has. I'm not gonna. The fact that I give you all a discount through your affiliation with the hand is, a motion of good faith.
Speaking of the hand, what do you know about Akumi?
And that she's the scariest fucker out here. Not much else. I mean, I've seen what she can do. At least when it comes to some of the degenerates around here, and I don't want to cross her. Part of their, in fact, partially how Joffrey came about. He used to be in the hand.
You're a shop boy?
I mean, you've seen him, right? And you take a second look back in the corner, and you see that Joffrey's gone again. And go, he's not much of a boy. He's a very capable fighter.
He's very good at his job.
Absolutely.
And I'll kind of look around. But yeah, okay, good to know. There's very few nobles who catch my attention. Let's put it that way. Let's keep this on the down low. I still owe you for the hat, and I'll walk out.
I don't worry. I've taken record of it down. You'll be sure to hear from me if payment is not made.
I'm a man of my word. Payment will be made in one form or the other.
You are your father's son.
That is comforting to know. I'm glad you're on our side. Thank you for your services, Adon.
Again, be sure to keep it that way. Make sure your friends don't go too crazy.
I will. And I'll give him a little bow. He knows what he's about.
And then you're able to leave.
Yeah.
So where are you guys going next? Somebody said the
The heated hammer.
Yeah,
heat and hammer.
that's the armor one, right?
Yep, that's the hammer one. So you guys enter the heated hammer. As you approach and open the kind of like the large kind of wooden door, you can hear the sounds of someone at work. Chink, chink. You can hear it. And you actually do hear the sounds of what you think is a forge, but as you walk in, you actually see this rather tall looking, rather strong looking as well, gold dragonborn that's actually using his flame breath to actually, or his fire breath to actually heat the metal of a dagger that on a shield that he's currently working on. He's kind of hammering away on a rather large anvil. Muscles the size of most people's quads with a rather large, long, very powerful looking tail. In addition to the horns that he has are brown that kind of come short and then spike up in the back, along with kind of almost these like little tusks that kind of come up underneath his jaw. And he kind of looks up and goes, "Hi, what can I do for you?"
In Draconic, I'll say, "Hello, my friend."
"Hi, how are you?"
Doing very well indeed. We were sent here, told this is one of the best places to come for some special wares, and thought I would just, take a look and see what you had to offer.
Oh, well, absolutely. Actually, for the most part, we have any general armor that you'd be looking for in general, but my specialty is in shields. Honestly, I actually make different types of shields. I mean, you obviously have your standard shield that you can just generally use. I've also got this really nice lightweight shield that actually attaches to the forearm, but would still allow you to utilize a weapon in the other hand at the same time. So if you're someone who likes to kind of like get up close and personal, but wants to be able to have that kind of defense, actually have that ability. In addition, we have this big sucker right here, and you basically see what is a glorified door. It's a huge, large, almost like 5 foot tall shield. It's mostly made of wood with reinforced steel or reinforced metal. It is towering. You think that you could probably hide behind it, for crying out loud, if you had to. And he goes, that thing, I can't think of much that'll get through that. They each have their advantages and disadvantages. Like I said, the little shield, not as protective as, say, the full-fledged one that you normally would normally have, and then obviously that big sucker. It'll help you from getting hit, but you're probably going to have a hard time getting out of the way of stuff.
How much for the big one?
Well, I mean, I run a reasonable shop, so under normal circumstances, standard shield will be 10 gold pieces. For some of these specialty things that I make, they're actually 20 gold pieces for each. The smaller one takes a lot of fine crafting and tinkering, and then obviously the large sucker is just a ton of materials, so it kind of makes up for that in both the labor and the parts on either end of the spectrum. I also do have I came across a mithril a while back, and I was able to kind of make a
whoa.
Special order. Doesn't come in very often, but I was able to make some chainmail out of it, which I sell that for 800 gold pieces, just because cost of material and how sought after it is. Hard to come by.
How much for the little shield? I'm quite interested.
Little shield, 20 gold pieces.
Sold.
All right. And he gives you, you can actually create I'll have you create a custom item, but it is a buckler shield. It is +1 to your AC, but it'll allow you to dual wield. So if you have dual wielding, or if you have like for your hand axes, for example, you could throw your hand axe with it, as long as it's in your offhand.
If you should get in any more mithril, I would request that you contact me at Castle Osfell, as I have a specific set of half plate in mind. But obviously I understand the rarity of such an item.
Okay.
So, should it happen, and I'll leave it at that. I might write him like a little note, like hand it to him. But otherwise, I'm good.
Well, I do happen to have here a fairly unused set of chainmail and a shield.
Okay.
How about just a even swap?
Can I assist?
You want? Pardon, you have to. So you want me to just? What are you asking exactly?
I'll give you this chainmail and this shield.
Okay.
With this small shield.
Oh, absolutely. I always am in need of more inventory, and that's fair. Absolutely.
Sounds good to me, sir.
See,
always able and willing to help a fellow dragon man in this here time.
I appreciate that.
Can I help any of you other fine folks, Mr. I'm Yulthus, by the way. If I never introduced myself, Yulthus Lorfarn.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What is your name, fine lady?
Juliet.
Juliet. Beautiful name.
Thank you.
Beautiful name for a beautiful girl, if I do say so.
Oh, Maury, you're too kind.
Kind of give Dragonborn a little wink.
The Dragonborn kind of just like nods towards you and kind of like makes a little motion.
Just beware, she'll drink you under the table, my man.
I bet.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I just start laughing.
And what about you? Well, you look like more of the one with nature types, if I'm not mistaken. I have the ability to take some of. I do have a few just wooden pieces that would give you the same bonuses or the same defenses as some of these other shields if you're interested. That don't have the metal if that's something that you're not necessarily keen to.
I already have a regular shield.
Right. Okay. Understand.
Are your shield better than this one?
Well, like I said, the rather large one is much better, and then the smaller one would allow you to be more nimble and be able to hold 2 weapons at once if you had that ability to do so. The larger shield, just much more defensive. In fact, probably double of what your current shield gives you, except it does make it a little bit tough to move quietly.
Yeah, I think I'll stay with what I have for now. Thank you, sir.
Well, let me know if you change your mind.
Do you have any armor for birds?
That would be so cute.
I mean, I have a couple pieces of scrap chainmail I can kind of throw together if that's what you're if that works for you.
Can you also do it for mice?
I suppose.
You little motherfucker.
Yeah, I'll yank. I'll snatch Dale out of my beard and be like,
oh shit! What the? What are you doing now? He just goes, oh, it's a fiery little fella. He's like, what the? Put me back in your beard. What do you do? And then he's just like, yeah, I think I got something for that. And he kind of goes back and he picks up like kind of a little piece of chainmail that he's like, all I gotta do is just, and he like very quickly just kind of like takes his one of his kind of a claw and like kind of plucks out a couple lengths out of the chain, like ping, ping, like just able to do that with his finger. And then he's like, hold on, and then he like takes one buckle and he kind of presses it in, takes his kind of riveter and kind of rivets one in, and very quickly creates a little latch. And then as you're kind of holding Dale there, he's able to kind of swoop it around. The holes are actually big enough for Dale to put his arms through, and he does. And he's able to kind of clasp it on back, and so Dale has kind of like a little chain shirt, as it were, around it, and he just goes, all right, this'll do.
Dale, would you like a little weapon too?
With what fucking hands am I gonna hold it with?
Listen, he could like give you a knife to carry.
And you can just drop it on people.
I mean, if we go to the armory next, maybe they could fabricate some kind of beak knife that you attach right to his face.
Or bladed wings.
Just
Yeah.
heck out of somebody.
Just like
Big razor talons.
Sure. He just kind of gives you that, like, this is the best, like the bird equivalent of, yeah, all right, bud.
Listen, I'm trying to turn into a war machine. If you're going to keep lifting my beard, you need to earn your keep.
1d1 damage.
Yeah, and like 1 hit point.
That takes Sir Squeakyton. Did I give him Tim? Okay, how about this little guy?
Dale, can you please get rid of that rat?
It is not a rat, Timmick. He is a mouse.
Christ.
Yeah. All right, hold on. And he kind of goes and he, you see him like kind of go into the back, and he's got sheet of leather that's already got studs kind of already put on them already, and he takes out like almost like one little square. It does a very similar kind of arrangement where he, but instead of cutting holes, he kind of just takes the sheet and then adds like a couple of leather loops underneath it, rivets them down. He leaves there's 2 total studs that are actually coming out the back. He takes Sir Squeakington, plops him down on the table, and basically straps it on to the back of him. And basically, Sir Squeakington has this like kind of what essentially is like a dog jacket for a mouse, but with like 2 little like studs on the top. So it almost looks like he's got like a hump, like a camel humpback kind of thing going on at the same time. And keep in mind, the studs are like this big. So like Sir Squeakington's like rather large mouse, and so these like studs like are basically like take up his entire back.
It's
and you
so
see this
cute.
like little tail snailing out of there.
I put him back on my shoulder. Look, Maury! He has studded leather, like me!
Man, that guy looks pretty tough right now, I tell you.
He's perfect.
Holy balls.
Bumpy Crow, you ain't wrong.
Oh, shit.
I'm not saying you're right, but you ain't wrong.
Well, Yultis, I appreciate your time today. I think we're going to head down to the armory and see if they have any weapons for us. But if we are at the market, give them some high-quality stuff.
Well, thank you. You can also visit, my friend Kodark is next door. We kind of have this little deal where he makes the weapons, I make the armor. We have this kind of good kind of arrangement kind of going on. If you want to go check him out, I'm sure he'd be able to give you kind of similar pricing as I give you. We're pretty close.
Forge and fabricate.
Yes.
All right, I'll head that way right now. Thank you very much, sir.
Aye. And he just kind of goes back to his kind of large anvil. Uses another like fire breath and just heats up the dagger that he was the shield he was working on, and just goes back to hammering it out, trying to make it smooth. Anything else you'd like to do here before you head out? Okay, just want to make sure. So you guys head over to the Forge and Fabricate. You enter, open up another wood door. A lot of these kind of shops are very similarly built, kind of like they're all kind of built by the same contractor, almost sort of. However, in this one, there is a true forge in here, and you hear him kind of like working away at a rather interesting kind of like looking knife that you see him kind of working on right now. And you do see a half-orc individual, rather long hair with two braids that kind of come down in the front of his face that are kind of tied together with these like almost like gold plated like kind of bands. He also has a couple tusks, a nice chin beard with a lot of the larger tuft at the chin. He wears his blacksmith's apron and pants, but no like shirt above. With just some leather wrappings around his arms to kind of protect his hand, to protect his wrists as he's working with the hotter metals. And buff dude. Almost every blacksmith is a buff dude, but this guy is just as large, if not maybe even a little bit stronger than Yulthis is. And he goes, yeah. How you doing? What can I do for you?
We were sent from next door.
Good.
Yultis is a good guy, and we bought a few items from him, and thought we'd come over and see what you have to offer. We're about to go cause a fair amount of trouble, and wanted to see if we could cause a little extra, if you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely. Got a few things here that you can try out. I've got most of the standard weaponry that you normally find, but got some higher end stuff too. Some higher quality masterwork type weapons, and also some kind of custom items that very similar to masterworks, but are just a little bit more effective at damaging your opponent as opposed to hitting more often. I guess the best way you can put it.
These are the usual tools of my trade. So I'll pull out my maul and show them my hand axes, and if this is typical tools of my trade, anything along those lines. If not, I'm sure my fellow companions here could use something you got.
Well, I do have a masterwork of the larger mace that you have in your hand there, that I do have for sale. I also have it's a very similar to the hand axe you wield, except it's a hatchet. Works just as effectively when thrown, but it does a little bit more damage when it hits. Doesn't hit more often necessarily, just packs a little bit more of a punch. Mostly because I've actually taken the time not only to sharpen it, but then also add a couple of extra kind of almost like teeth to the sides of it and the back. So generally speaking, when you throw it, it hits pretty much dead on and digs in a little bit deeper. And you actually see him, he pulls it out, and it's kind of this very nice, it's a hatchet, but it's also got these, in addition to the things he describes, there's also like these two kind of like leathers that are tied to it with feathers, with like little weights on the end. And he goes on to explain, those weights basically allow for the spinning motion of the hatchet to go faster than it normally would. So when it does hit its target, it penetrates a little bit deeper.
All right, what are we talking about for price? These two guys here.
For these, I normally charge around 300 gold pieces for these more effective weapons, just because they have so much going for them. But kind of completely up to you. I've also got these kind of these special knives, and he takes out, and you see he's got two different kinds, and he actually puts them out on the table. One of them, they both look very similar, but one is just a larger version of the other, and you see that what looks to be it's this rather large. It's a knife that's about this big, almost like a meat cleaver, but it's not. It looks very much like it's a Bowie knife, basically. It's a very large, long, thick blade that appears very sharp, and it's also very heavy. You can kind of see as he kind of plunks on the table. It's like much heavier than your standard dagger. And the other one that he pulls out is another Bowie-shaped looking knife, but it's actually as big as a short sword. It's just as long, but also just as thick, if not thicker, than a short sword. And again, heavier. And he goes on to explain that both of these have very similar effectivenesses as the hatchet that you see there. They do pack a little bit more punch, but they don't really give you much of a bonus as far as hitting more often or anything like that. They run the same price as the other stings.
You know, only one of the hatchets?
Currently, yes, only one hatchet.
All right. How about I got $250 for the two.
$250?
Yes, sir.
Give me a persuasion check.
I would consider it a favor to the Duke of Nulgrim if I can give him advantage on that, or at least inspiration.
For you, Shirley, anything. Go ahead and roll in advantage, Morharon.
And that's persuasion, you said?
Yeah.
15.
Okay, 15. Deal.
All right. Thank you, sir.
So the hatchet is another custom item we'll have to make in your sheet, but it is a standard hand axe with a +1 to damage.
Okay.
No +1 to hit or anything like that, just +1 to damage.
Sure.
Same thing goes if you inquire further. The dagger or the Bowie knife is a dagger with a +1 to damage, and the recurved Bowie sword is a short sword with a +1 to damage.
And what about the large item I bought? The bigger maul or mace or whatever you said it was.
I'm sorry, you're buying both?
I thought that's what he said was the price for. He's saying 300 just for the hatchet.
Yeah, each.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah, I thought the price was for both. I definitely can't afford a hatchet for 250. That's for sure. Maybe we do have quite a bit of work to do, and I believe will pay quite well.
but okay, so you have the maul because you bought a masterwork maul last session, right?
No, I got better armor, but not the maul. The maul's still the same. So
Okay, I was gonna say because I was like, if you bought a masterwork maul and you have a hatch that does extra damage, it kind of balances out. But I got you.
How much is it just for the masterwork maul, not the hatchet? Is it the same thing, just a bonus to the damage?
Yeah, it's backwards, so it's a bonus to hit for the masterwork.
Okay. That actually, I'll do for the 250.
Okay.
And just add
That's
it.
a trade.
Does it make it DM question? Does it make it a magic item or just an improvement?
Just an improvement.
Yeah, that I'll pay the extra for. So I'll do that. I'll add that to the maul.
Okay. Now, I mean, if you want the other one, I do often trade for certain things. If you are looking to, if you've got other weaponry that you're looking to offload, or sometimes I make custom pieces, and sometimes gems or something that I can include in for certain customers and stuff like that. If you have any of those kinds of things.
All I really got
I can see that you. I can see you really want that hatchet, boy.
All I really got to offer at this time, with what I have left, is I've got one more jewel. I've got a war hammer, and I guess if I'm taking away one hatchet, I've got about 6 hand axes I could trade. I just don't know if that's going to be what you're looking for. A war hammer, 6 hand axes, and a jewel.
Let's see. We have some other items, I'm sure. Let's see.
I think between the group of you, you have a few gems, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, okay. So if Juliet got her fireball necklace, we
I didn't
traded
get
all
that.
the gems for that.
She didn't
No.
get that yet.
I didn't get that yet.
Well, do you want it? Because I mean,
I'm just gonna wait on it.
okay.
She's gonna wait, and I'm gonna buy it before her.
I actually do have. Let me see. Looking at my inventory, I do have 8 daggers that I picked up from somewhere too. So the hand axes daggers that I've been picking up off of dead people. So I do have 5 hand axes, 8 daggers, a war hammer, and a jewel worth 50. And I have a regular shield.
Mm-hmm.
No, I
See
just
if you want some cheese.
I just got rid of the shield and the chainmail, so I don't have the shield.
Try to sell the milk.
With all that, if you want to keep some of the, I'll take 3 of the hand axes and the other thing, and I can take all the daggers you just described, amongst the other weaponry, and I can bring that price down to 75 for you.
Yeah, all right. 75?
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Okay.
That gets me down to no money, no extra trade, no nothing. All I've got left is a poison gland from a grung. But now I have a +1 damage maul and a +1 to hit maul and a +1 damage hand axe. All right, cool.
I'm sorry, I missed this guy's name.
And you can keep 2 of the hand axes. You said you had 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he took 4 of them. So you have 2 hand axes left and the hatchet.
Do you
What
work
about
in
this?
wooden-ware also?
I don't come by it. People who want that and stuff so much, but I do have some wooden weapons if you're interested.
I've been known to hit people with my staff here.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly a walking stick, but if you have something a little nicer than this one, be interested.
Yeah, I've got a version of that'll help you hit a little bit more. It's much lighter than your particular walking stick, but it's more balanced basically. So it allows you to hit more effectively. Not necessarily do much more damage, but allows you to hit a little bit more effectively. Same price that I extended your friend here, the 200 gold pieces. Or excuse me, the 150.
That's all my gold. I'll pass for now. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Did you go fight in the war?
Pardon?
talking to the group. Should we go start fighting in this war?
I think I'd rather go use the bathroom right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like the war is important, but the bathroom.
And with that, we are actually going to head to break with this exciting shopping episode to be continued. Tonight's secret code word is going to be bathroom. Sure, it's bathroom.
I love.
So if you want those dice, if you want those free dice, put bathroom in the chat. Yes, that's right. Put bathroom in the chat, and we'll see who wins the dice giveaway. We'll be right back, guys. See you soon.
All right.
And we're back, and apparently somebody gave more Harana +1. So we're back, and the winner of the dice giveaway is actually Platinum Dice 07. Congratulations, Platinum Dice 07. Hype. If you could check your DMs here on Twitch, you'll actually see that we reached out to you. Just make sure you check that out, and we will get your dice to you as quickly as possible. And it looks like Timic just got a +1, so that's cool too. Reminders, guys, if you use channel points in the chat, you actually get the ability to give +1s to people, which, there you go. Everyone did it. There's only one person that needs +1s, and then I also, if you want to take one away from me, there's a way that it works too. I don't have the -1s for everybody else, but just for me right now. And there it is. All right, so
that damn grumpy crow.
So I guess that I just lose all of my things. All right, there we go. And there's another one. All right, anyway. All right. So, is there anything else you guys would like to do before you head out into
The unknown?
Yeah, into the unknown.
Into the unknown.
That's copyrights. They'll mute us.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
Okay. Oh, I mean, what?
No, I think we're ready to go get some money.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck yeah.
Everybody's just gonna keep offsetting the pluses and minuses for me. All right. So if you guys are gonna head out,
yes.
then we will actually jump back over to this view here on the stream view. So, first things first, I need to know which direction you guys plan on traveling.
All right. So our contract is for Pine Wall. Man, 500 gold pieces of claw. Like,
Whoa, we're not gonna go defend a town from these Duergar?
well, okay. So we have unit moving south from Weldstone. I feel like that's the only unit north of Darktop. So if we can move up here and eliminate them, then we're down to, they're kind of held at bay by Darktop. I mean, they have to go around at any event too, or under it or whatever, because they're. But so I feel like we should go to Elderwater and assist the unit moving from Weldstone. And we're in Nolgrim, so I don't know what's going to be quickest. Probably head up to the Ember Garrison and cut across. Because that's what?
That would be it would take you 1 day to get to the Ember Garrison, and then each hex traveling east would be a day as well. Keep in mind, these troops will also move when you move.
Yeah, so it'd be 4 days total, assuming they haven't sacked Eldwater. Yeah. But I feel like from there, their only real move is either to come south or, to assault the Ember Garrison, or to move east to the Shadowmoor. If they're
trying to cut off the head of the snake.
But why are we focusing on this guy when we have like their general down here and 3 forces south.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think if we're gonna cut off the head of the snake, it's best for us to go
I
slightly
think we
north
push
of
east.
Chesterfield.
Okay. Okay.
Slightly north of Chesterfield, over there, and then directly east.
Okay. I'm good with that.
I mean,
So
we're gonna go try to defend Timberwood, and then if we can dispatch the guys that they are there, and then regroup the forces at Chesterfield and head even further east, maybe connect with Dare Meadow. Maybe not defend Dare Meadow, but take it back.
okay.
And then regroup all the forces down here somewhere that we have down south, down in here, and then forge up towards this guy.
Okay, so the forces that are Chesterfield are moving to the Ember Garrison.
Oh, I thought that was the citizens of Chesterfield moving to Ember Garrison.
No,
this is the
forces
this is the
too.
force. It's just that I represented it as a scout token, mainly because of the fact that it's a smaller force than these knight tokens.
Yeah, so honestly, they're going to withdraw. So, like, and I don't think there's much left at Chesterfield since we were there. Like, we took out their leaders. So, from there, Deer Meadows should be okay because they're within a day or... Yeah, they're within a day of
We can
Milk.
get to Dare Meadow and defend it from these guys if they're headed there. We can get there before them or at the same time.
Or we can cut them off. So that's the question. What do we do? Like, I mean... I
I
feel
think attacking the big guy is gonna
I
be more
think that's
difficult
gonna...
with the other forces still in play.
Okay, so we want to go back to Dewhurst and
I
knock
think if
them out, and
we
then
head to Dare Meadow, get the
Okay.
force in Dare Meadow, and then if they're not there yet, we move to them.
Okay, so that's going to take us what, a day to get to Deer Meadow,
A day and a half, yeah,
Day and a half, yeah.
and then we can head towards
towards these guys.
Dewhurst. Yeah,
Take back
Okay.
Dewhurst.
we'll take it back to Dewhurst, and then head for the head and see where
And
that.
then-
For your clarification, guys, Dewhurst is this blue dot right here. I know the
No,
name's
the
over
forces there.
there. Yeah, the force
Okay.
is over here. Yeah, the force around Dewhurst. I get what you're saying. Okay.
But the gnomes at Thistlebush, when they get to Timberwood, we should possibly regroup with them to move north also.
Well, there's hopefully we'll have a way to send a message. Maybe when we get to Deer Meadow, we can send a message to Timberwood
Yeah,
to head towards Darktop.
yeah. Well, they need to defend Timberwood first.
Right,
And
right. If the force moves there, but we'll tell them like, okay, hey, if no one is attacking Timberwood, if they're not focused on that, then head towards Darktop.
directly north.
You have sending, Shirley?
I have plant growth.
Cool.
It's super useful, I promise.
Sending would have been more.
I mean, you're not wrong in this instance.
Let's go smash some people.
Yeah, let's
go.
keep
Alright.
going.
All right. So where are you guys going? You're going down to Deer Meadow.
Yeah, we're going to Deer Meadow, and then we're gonna head north to take back Dewhurst, and then we're gonna head towards the Mohawk dude,
Okay.
the general.
Let me just move these guys out of the way. I'm going to say that you guys are there. So this is happening over the course of 1 day's travel. So these guys will make it to the garrison. I'll put them there just so that way it's easier to recognize. I'm going to get some of this stuff off the map here. And so these lines will represent your guys' orders. So we'll make these go through first. So these guys, if I can get them to go where I want them to. 1, 2. I'm want to say they make it here. Those are their orders, so they get there in 1 day. And then the other orders that you gave were this group up here.
Yes.
They are able to get there because they're traveling not on a main road. Now, because this is a war situation, there are just going to be generalized scouts in the field. So you will know the troop movements, provided that you have a force within a few squares. So for the most part, everything to the south, you have units within the squares for the most part, with the exception of this unit here and the unit up here. So you won't know their movement. So if they do move, they might move, you'll see. But you'll have eyes on what these two down here do. So based on what happens over the course of the next rest, this group moves there. That group moves there.
Oh, let's take them.
And then, because this happens over the course of 1 day, I am going to need a skill check for your travel.
Yay!
So,
Yeah.
So this is another skill challenge. What are the things that each of you are doing over the course of your travel to ensure a safe and unimpeded journey?
I am checking around, looking through the woods. Would that maybe be a nature check?
Well, looking. Okay, so.
Or I know it would be a perception.
If you're looking for a nature check, something that would be really good for that would be something along the lines of, keeping an eye on the sky and using your reference points during the course of travel to kind of know where you are, in addition to generally being able to check and see if there's animals in the area based on tracks left behind and stuff like that. So you can do something along those lines if you want to use nature specifically. Or
would that be survival? Or maybe survival?
I would allow it to be both, yes.
Okay, I'll do survival then.
Okay, go ahead and roll survival. Oh, too many rolls. Oh my goodness. All right, first roll is a 20 total, so that is actually a success. So you were able to kind of navigate your way around. You were able to you actually do find tracks for what appears to be an owl bear in the area, but you're able to kind of avoid and you're able to figure out that some of these tracks are relatively fresh, and you kind of meander around and avoid them during the course of the first day.
I have PTSD about that.
Yeah. Morharon, what do you do over the course of this travel?
I want to try to think back to recall my knowledge of the area and where these places are, maybe some of the lore I've heard about things that might be in the woods and places to avoid.
Absolutely. Go ahead and give me a history check. The double ones. You can use your +1 if you'd like.
No, I'm good. I'll hold on to it.
Okay.
I appreciate the person that gave it to me, but I'm not going to waste it.
With a natural one, you unfortunately, you were just on this road not too long ago, but it's just, you are trying to remember major landmarks, but they're just not coming to you right now for whatever reason. You're not really sure. It's just been kind of a crazy day with everything that's been going on. You met a fellow Dragonborn today. You're kind of still thinking about that. It's like, oh, there's actually more than just myself around here. This is pretty cool. So your mind's kind of lost.
Guys, I currently feel about as useful as wings on a worm.
Yep, that's about right.
It's okay, Maury. You're always so good at navigating. Maybe it was just an off day today.
Maybe I didn't drink enough last night.
Maybe.
That is it, for sure.
Timmick, what would you like to do?
Could I possibly check and see if anybody has any wounds or anything that needs, some kind of medical attention?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
That's
a natural 20. You actually notice that one of Shirley's boots is actually begun to worn through, and he actually has a very large thorn that's beginning to pierce through. You actually see it over the course of your travel, and you're actually able to pull it out before it actually completely destroys the boot, but then also keep it from actually piercing his foot. allowing him to continue to travel. And that is a success. And then Shirley, last but not least, what would you like to do in order to make this travel unimpeded?
Yeah, so I'm just going to use my athletics to, help anybody who's flagging. I'm just going to use my natural ability and endurance to, kind of keep people going. Like, I'm going to be leading the charge at the head of the pack, so to speak.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an athletics check. You rolled a 5 and you have a plus 11?
Fuck yeah, dude!
It's a F. Okay.
Expert.
31.
So
I'm
with a
beast.
16 total, you were able to. You actually at one point there's a little stream that kind of runs across, and you know that. I mean, there's generally not too many dangers within some of these streams, but you're able to find a log that you're able to kind of pick up by yourself and just forge over the river and allow yourself and your companions to kind of navigate your way over it without actually having to jump in the water, keeping you from actually sogging your boots and stuff like that, keeping morale up, and you were able to travel the whole day unimpeded. So congratulations there. You guys will actually make it your way there unless you would like to do something different with your course of action currently. And then if there's any mobilizations you want to do with your troops. I'm going to hand wave that you guys have a sending stone that you can send to your father as well to kind of talk troop movements and strategy.
Okay. No, I think Chesterfield, even though it's not particularly strategically placed, like it's a good, waypoint, but as far as that goes, there's no waterway that feeds into it. It doesn't block anyone, so that and Thistlebrush, if their troops can continue to move towards them.
And keep in mind, like I said, the other 3 units that are on here, the one up here, here, and here, you currently don't have scouts in the area, so you do not know where they are.
Yeah.
Basically, I basically could just do this. Because as far as you know, you don't know where they've gone.
Oh, they left. We're good.
They're gone.
That would be very nice. So we do want to link up with Deer Meadow to make sure they're secure, so to speak. I don't even remember. Does Deer Meadow have a wall, like even a Mott and Bailey or anything? Or
Deer Meadow does have wooden walls and reinforcements around it.
Okay, that's probably good.
In addition to an empire or a dukedom force that is currently stationed there, that is prepared for any onslaught that's might come this way in this particular wartime. So there is somebody stationed there in addition to having some defenses as well. Yes.
No, I don't think so, Shirley. I don't think there's any walls, nobody stationed. I don't remember any of that.
Yeah. So.
I just remember there was this weird theater that caught fire.
Yeah, I feel like it'd probably be a good idea to at least go there and check up at very least. Like Dewhurst is already sacked. We know that it's a loss, so we can kind of ignore them. Unfortunately, for now, we can rebuild later, but we don't want Deer Meadow and. It's a stop on the way to Timberwood. Again, we didn't save Timberwood to watch it burn. So we can keep an eye on these 2 here if we move into Deer Meadow.
Yeah, we should go to Deer Meadow.
Definitely.
Okay. So you guys are able to get there over the course of your next half day. I just need 1 person for this one because it is a half day. Actually, we'll do 2 people. To make skill challenge checks on this one. So whoever wants to helm these.
Perception?
If you want it to be perception, you can. It's up to whatever you guys want to use.
I was going to say, I'll give some bardic inspiration.
I want redemption.
I'm going to be looking around, scouting the area.
Okay, so with a natural 20, that is a success, and actually that's all you need for this particular half-day travel. So You are able to make it to Deer Meadow unimpeded. You actually keep an eye on the area. You do. You actually, again, you actually pick up on. You actually travel past not too far where you actually encounter the owlbear. Not too long. Well, actually no. You pass by where you actually see where the owlbear actually normally lives, but you're able to kind of avoid the situation and actually keep a wide berth, and you're able to make it to Deer Meadow.
Cool.
Is there anything you'd like to do in Deer Meadow over the course of the next half day before I advance the rest of these troops?
So, yeah, like I just want to basically prepare the troops, like let them know what the situation is. Like, listen, like, you know, I'll take whoever's in command here, the captain, the sergeant, whoever's in command, and let them know, like, here's where we have, you know, X troops, here is where I've told, you y troops to go. Like, you need to get your men ready, like, pull these civilians back to here, that sort of thing.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Because that's going to affect certain things that happen in the background here.
Oof.
Okay, so for the 16.
Okay. That's not terrible.
Okay. Is there anything else that anyone else would like to do? No? Okay.
No.
All right, so we're going to advance the troops. So these troops, the ones right next to you in Deer Meadow, are going to attack you guys. Or going to attack Deer Meadow. These guys get about a half day's out.
Fuck yeah.
Something's happening in Timberwood.
Oh, sons of bitches.
Let's see here. I have mechanics for this.
Oh, do we?
I do.
Yeah.
Very specific mechanics. Okay. Timberwood. You get reports that Timberwood actually still stands. They were able to basically, they lost some troops. They were able to take out some of the other troops of the invading force that are there, and have basically led to a stalemate. It would appear that this Duergar here has been trying to invade Timberwood, and was unsuccessful in taking it. It appears that the local populace there is actually rallied behind the leadership there to, in addition to, what is his name? You're gonna laugh. Hold on.
Okay.
Behind the leadership of Oliver Jacobs, the head axe of the lumber mill, of the lumber yard, actually was able to
He is badass.
was able to mobilize some of his other lumberjack buddies, and in addition to some of the townspeople, and actually hold off the force in the field, and led to a stalemate. So they're actually okay currently as it stands. So in this case, this particular Duergar, there'll be some mechanics for if there's wins and losses on either side, but we'll get to that in a minute. In the meantime, this unit traveled there, so I'm actually going to get rid of this if I can. I'm trying to get rid of the mark because we don't need it anymore. Okay. All right. And then these guys travel one more day. They're trying.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah, they'll get there eventually. It's actually on this day you actually get reports from the Ember Garrison that there's a unit traveling west of the Dark Top.
My computer's all fucked up. I pressed the button and the window went away, and then I can't reopen it.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I love your Mac computer.
This thing's like half my age. This thing is so old.
Oh man.
Well, I mean,
Technology, guys.
after age, yeah.
Maybe we get Chromebooks. Anyway. Platinum dice. Have you tried turning it on and turning it off and turning it on again?
Somebody works in IT.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Part of the IT crowd, or the IT crowd. Anyway, so these two groups of Duergar here are going to attempt to take Deer Meadow.
No, they won't.
They will attempt. In this case, I need somebody. Moharan, roll 3d6.
Can I give him inspiration?
No, not in this case, just because of this mechanic. However,
All right.
because you are actually augmenting the force there against these two, you actually are getting the extra d6 in this particular situation. So roll 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So with 7, you guys also are able to kind of rally everybody, and it actually leads to another stalemate here. Excuse me. Here in Deer Meadow. There are some losses on both sides, but again, there has been no invasion. The troops kind of stay where they are. Nothing really changes. No real stakes are taken either direction.
Did Dale survive the battle?
Dale did survive the battle.
In his new armor?
Oh, so
That's
should be
the
good.
important part.
So that takes place over the course of one day. The next day goes by. This troop makes it to their designated area. The dungeon master got a +1.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Take it away.
This troop, you hear movements of this troop actually heading their way south. So you know that they're there, but then in the next day they'll actually go off the map. The gnomes make it to Timberwood. And are able to. I gotta move the Duergar off the Timberwood screen. Make it to Timberwood and are able to help defend against the oncoming onslaught from the other Duergar. You guys have the choice now. You can actually meet one of these units in the field if you choose to. If you decide to do that, it will turn into a formal encounter, where it'll be you against one particular piece of the Duergar forces. And it'll give you the opportunity to have more than just a random chance on winning. In that case, if you guys decide to do something specific in order to do that. So there are also other ways that you can actually take advantage of the situation if you want to try to do some sort of guerrilla warfare. There's a lot of different options on the table, but if you actually meet them in the field in some capacity, you will actually be able to have a little bit more than just rolls of d6s in order to determine how this turns out. With that said, this Duergar over here is going to attempt to attack Timberwood again. And you get reports back, and it's another stalemate. The gnomes and the local townsfolk are able to actually stave off the attack, and again, no loss, equal losses on either side. What do you guys like to do during this day?
Want to meet them in the field?
Yeah, I feel like we can make the difference. The teeth of Melgrim are about to hunt.
Okay, so when would you guys like to do this? Because there are going to be certain cases where it's going to be more beneficial and less beneficial depending on what you do.
I was going to say the crack of dawn, I would say.
Yep.
Crack of dawn. Okay. All right.
I can't get on Foundry.
I got you.
It still says you're logged in.
Yeah, I can't even load the page to try and log in. Oh, this is so annoying.
Did you try turning it off and turning it on again?
I was waiting for it.
I mean,
It wouldn't even let me. I can't even force quit Firefox. This computer is just a piece of garbage.
Just force shut the computer off and turn it on again. That's all
It's
you
not
got left now.
10 minutes.
I know.
Oh my god. Sounds archaic.
I know. Sorry, buddy.
The power screen from a 1994 MacBook.
Man, that thing's almost as old as me.
Let's
All
do.
right. So, you guys are going at the crack of dawn. Is there anything else that you guys are trying to do on the way in? Are you guys trying to jump in a specific way? Or are you guys just planning on meeting them head on? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're gonna hide and ambush and try to jump out and surprise them.
Did Juliet bring her fancy dress?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we would definitely be trying to surprise them, like before they're ready to, like, you know, they're like getting ready to settle down, right? Because they're nocturnal, and we're like, we just got done fighting, we're ready to fight again.
I can cause a distraction if we think that it will get them off guard enough to give us some form of advantage to start with. But I have an idea to at least get the attention away from where we're hiding onto something else, and then maybe we can get some advantage.
We can always use Timmick as bait.
It's called our deck of illusion.
Oh, brilliant!
Throw out a card, boom, something pops up. They're like, oh, hopefully it's something awesome, and they're like, ah! They go after that, and then we attack.
Worth a shot, man. Do it.
Okay. So if you're gonna do that,
I do have a random deck of illusion generator here.
okay, good. I was gonna say do that. Make my life easy. But if that is what you plan on doing, in order to get close enough, in order to be able to utilize the deck,
Okay.
I am gonna need just everyone give me a stealth check.
All right.
Roll a 20.
I was gonna say I can roll it for you, JD, while yours loads up.
Oof. That's an oof.
Oh, we have an oof.
Can I cast a spell beforehand?
Stealth?
Yes, stealth.
Can you kick me out of Foundry?
Perfect.
I don't know why
Because
it
I'm
does
going to
that.
go ahead and do that.
You're not in Foundry anymore, so you should be able to come in.
I can't click on my name.
It won't let you?
No.
All right, hold on. Let me think.
Well, that's so much better. Jesus Christ.
Hold on.
Well,
Yeah, my name's grayed out on here.
Okay. I'm gonna try and do something.
you do.
Configure players.
Oh wait, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Restarting the computer to only fix that I am now able to force quit Firefox and then reopen Foundry.
Okay.
Piece of junk.
So what did you do? You got advantage on dexterity checks with enhanceability?
Yeah. But it didn't
That's
really
an 11. You can use your +1 if you want to in this situation.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use it. I mean, burn them if you got them, right?
What did I get, Howie?
You got a 15.
Okay.
And
Did you
then
roll for me?
Timmick got an 18, and Morkaron got an 18 as well. So you were fine. you are able to. You feel like you're sufficiently well hidden. Morharon, you get into position with your deck.
So this, with
What do you draw?
With what I drew, it's either really awesome for us or really bad because it's a beholder.
Okay.
Oh,
I threw out an ace of diamonds, which
Okay.
is a beholder.
Okay.
It's either awesome or really bad,
Okay.
depending on how these Duergar take it.
Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do?
Oh, we're fighting like double the troops. Oof.
Let's push you guys over there.
We're like right in it now. Proper in it.
Now, these forces are going to look a lot smaller than you actually think they are, just because of the fact that it's to make it illustrated, or else it would literally be like 40,000 people to deal with,
Right.
which we're not going to do. So I am going to have everybody roll initiative right now once I get everybody up on the combat tracker. We're going to roll 1 for the Duergar, not all of these.
I can't even scroll down to see where I can like.
This beholder does not exist. You don't exist. You don't exist. You don't exist. You don't exist.
Roll a 1. That's a good roll.
Hell
I'm trying
yeah.
to make it so you guys can't see all these guys.
Cleric
that way-
initiative.
Ooh. I got a nat 20 on mine.
Oh, sick. That's a good time to get it.
Nice. Yes. Thank you.
All right. So you guys, I think you guys should only see the people that are actually in the encounter.
Beautiful. It looks.
All right.
It looks good.
All right. So you guys throw the beholder out here in the midst of all of these Duergar. They believe it to be real, and they seem very puzzled. They don't immediately go to attack it. They just kind of like but they don't see. They seem distracted, but they're not like attacking it and like going and trying to maul it or anything like that. They just seem very puzzled by the situation. So you feel like you've effectively distracted them, but you'll see how, like it'll depend on how many round you've distracted them, but you get the sense that they're not necessarily buy it, or they may or may not buy it. With that, what would you guys like to do? And I say you guys each have 1 round to do something. So we'll start with Juliet. What are you doing?
So this is a free action?
3 rounds. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna summon my my fate, or whatever that is.
You're gonna summon your spirit.
My spirit, yes.
Okay. So Juliet, you're casting your funky spell. So you guys see Juliet summons this very strange-looking creature onto the battlefield. Looking at it, it's kind of this small little like red, almost like it's got these like really long, giant like these really large like horned tusks that kind of come out to the side. These really nasty-looking teeth. Almost like a concavity where their nose should be, with these little blue-green aquamarine eyes, these giant spikes, and it's got this red body. It looks really nasty. Just comes out on the battlefield. So that's there. You should have access to your spirit's stuff, Juliet, if you look under the Juliet spirit folder. Should be on your side.
I just see the thing that I have.
You see Pact Spirit.
I just see spirit.
You do?
Yeah, it's just like I can roll for it and stuff.
Yeah.
The spell. So yeah, I see it.
Okay, good. All right, it'll share your initiative for this particular case, but it's in there so you can control it when it's your turn again. With that, Maury, what are you doing? Are you doing anything else, Juliet, on your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, Maury, what are you doing on your turn?
I'm going to use my action to cast Protection from Good and Evil on myself.
Okay.
And I guess, knowing it's about to go down, you know what? I will. I feel sufficiently hidden, correct? Is what you said?
Correct.
So I will.
Even though it says you're in an open field, you're not.
Right. I will. So having cast that, I will just stay where I'm at, and I will hold a longbow attack in case they start getting aggressive towards us until my next turn.
Okay. Alrighty then. That brings us to Shirley.
All right, I'm gonna step here, and then I'm gonna tell Timmy to come within 5 feet of me. And as soon as he does, I'm gonna cast Heroism on everyone using a 3rd level slot.
Okay, so you
Well,
cast.
except for myself.
Okay, so you cast Heroism on every. Oop, not that one. You cast Heroism on everyone. So we'll use this cool little fire shield as a representation of heroism.
Sweet.
So everybody has heroism on them.
Cool.
Hey,
Anything else you'd like to do? Is it
and
on
then
3 people or 4?
It's 3.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
If you zoom in on the spirit, by the way, guys, you can see a better depiction of what this guy looks like. Just so you guys know, and I'm going to show that to the stream. Ashley, get your cursor off of it. There you go. There he is.
Oh man, he mean mugging.
Well, at least I know what something is now.
Yep. Anything else in your turn?
No, I will. That's it for me.
Timmick, what are you going to do on your turn?
I'm gonna look at my group and ask them why we're not attacking them.
Well,
We're getting prepared for it, Timmick.
yeah, you go right ahead and attack. Now you got heroism. You launch those lightning bolts.
You're going to attack them?
Oh my god,
I saw you just bumped off.
so annoying.
I just saw your dot disappear. I was like, oh, well, there it goes.
Jesus.
But what were you planning on doing?
I was planning on going over to them and thunder waving them.
Okay, we can still do that.
This little dwarf just like stomping out of the underbrush, like, get fucked.
So to get there, you're probably gonna have to go in the broom.
Oh shit!
Well, how far can Thunderwave go? That's the other question. Let me.
Thunderwave is self.
Oh, so it's self. So are you gonna just jump into the middle of them, or are you going to?
If I.
And the other questions, of course, are you upcasting? Yada yada yada. So it's a 15-foot cube.
Oh god, something's about to get.
Oh, I didn't mean to roll that. I just want to get the. I can't even. I'm not zoomed out. There we go.
Okay.
Hold on. This computer tonight. I don't know what is going on. I can get all of this top group, the bottom group.
So you're gonna go after the bottom group. Okay.
I was going to, but if everybody else is gonna stay back.
It's up to you. Like, what do you want to do?
I was gonna say we'll be right there.
We're gonna start initiative up again at the top of the initiative order as after you use your turn. So it's not like you're going and then everyone's gonna gank you. Like it's just. Let me see if I can get Thunderwave from the SRD, and then that actually might give you the. Give you the actual templates.
10, 15, 20, 25.
So I'm finding there's certain things that it works and doesn't work for.
30, 35 feet, and then Thunderwave as a level 2 slot, cast spell.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
creature, Constitution saving throws.
Oh,
Okay.
that was me. Sorry.
All right.
I don't need to do
so
that.
Constitution saving throws from those guys. I'll just use my handheld dice to make my life easier. So we'll go clockwise, starting at the top left. So we'll start with the first guy up here. That's going to be. Come on. What do I want you to do? Oh, I'm on the wrong. There's a lot of tools in here. So that's a 10.
That fails.
Fails. Next one, the 15.
That succeeds.
Okay. Now we're
14.
Going to the bottom okay, so now we're going to the bottom right guy. That looks a little bit different. So it's a success, fail, and success. So 2 fails, 3 successes. How much damage?
They take half damage too. So.
Okay.
Wow! Can I roll any lower? What?
8 damage. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to bone. See, I don't play bards. I forgot to inspire you.
So fail. Oops, I'm doing them backwards. I was giving them hit points, not taking them away.
You healed them with your thunder damage.
Yeah, I know, right? All right. Thunderwave hits. You see that you guys kind of see Timmick come forward, and he like kind of pounds his staff into the ground. You see this like giant burst of thunderous energy go out in front of them. These Duergar are pretty hardy, so some of them are able to kind of stand tall, but a couple of them do falter and take full damage on that attack. Anything else on your turn, Timmick?
I guess I'll bonus action Shillelagh onto my staff.
All right, we'll put Shillelagh on that staff.
Yeah.
We'll represent that with a little fire emblem. And we'll be back up at the... No, we're going to force it to be up here.
Is that their beholder or is that our beholder?
It's your beholder.
Okay. So I was
trying
scared.
to get all the... I had to remove...
I'm confused, Juliet.
I was a little worried.
It was so convincing.
Yeah, I was too, honestly. I was like, that's
right.
real.
Yeah, so Juliet, what would you like to do now? They're no longer... they now can see that this is just an illusion here, and they do not care about it anymore.
Okay, I do have a question.
Things are attacking them.
Do I have enough movement to get to them?
You have 30 feet of movement, so you can get there.
Okay.
And then your little guy has 40 feet.
Yeah.
It also does have other abilities and stuff.
It does, but let me see something. Sorry, guys. I just want to double check before I make this final decision. If anything, I'm just going to use my action to just move up to them.
Okay.
Let me just double check though.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm just gonna move up. I'm gonna use my my action to just move and maybe try to flank with Timmick or something.
Okay. There's not really.
Not flank. Not really flank, but like maybe get over.
Side or something. Okay.
Yeah.
So where are you gonna go?
I'll go right here. Right here. If I can find my token. Sorry. Yeah, right there. Right next to Timmick.
Okay. All right, you're right next to Timmick.
And then I'll put my little guy.
He can move 40 feet.
I'll have him just behind me.
Well, he could go right there, or he can go there, yeah, or there. He can get into engagement with any of them and do something if you want him to.
If he can, then yeah, I'm gonna have him engage with the one that's right on my side.
Okay, so I will have him. I'll move him for you.
Yeah.
So he moves all the way up there.
And then I'm going to he's just gonna attack.
Okay. He does have multi-attack. So he can make a number of attacks equal to half this spell's level rounded down, which I believe it's a 3rd level. So he can make 1 attack right now with his short sword.
Ooh.
I was gonna say cast spell.
Or he can cast a spell.
I don't know what I just did. I'm not trying to cast a spell though. I'm trying to just attack. He's
Okay.
new.
So hit the little dice under his actions.
Attack. Oh, there we go. Let's see if that. Nope, that doesn't work. It's not working. How can you do it for me?
I'll do it.
Thank you.
He's so cute now.
So that's a 10 to hit. Unfortunately, it does not hit.
Okay.
So he goes in, takes a swing, but unfortunately, he does not hit.
He's swinging.
That's fine. All right, that's my go. Sorry about that.
All right. I'll keep him up so that way I remember. Okay. That brings us to Morharon. Morharon, I see you moved already.
So I, as she was getting ready to take her turn, I loosed my arrow that I was holding. It missed, and so I just move and dash to run up to where I am, and that is it for me.
All right. That brings us to these Duergar here. So these Duergar are going to do. Let's see. This one is going to move up here and is going to use its fire spray in a 15-foot cone.
Yikes.
Now, if only there was a measurement to show cones. Oh, there it is. So his cone is gonna go. I think I can move it in a way. Nope, that's an extra cone. Sorry, guys, hold on.
That's okay.
It is nice because you can actually template out the cones the right way. It's gonna catch you, Morharon. I'm just not putting it in the right. Oh wait, that's saying it's a 25-foot cone. Wait a minute.
Oh, fuck. What did I do?
It'll catch you, Morharon. So just basically the 3 of you. I need a dexterity saving throw.
From all of us?
Yep. From the 3 of you that are there in front of him. So Juliet, Morharon, and Timothy. Alright, so we got 2 successes and 1 fail. So that's going to be 12 points of fire damage to Morharon, and then 6 to Juliet and Timmick. If you guys can mark that down on your sheets.
Yep.
And that is...
6?
Yep, 6. And that will end his turn. This one over here is gonna come around here. To flank you, Timmick, and is gonna use his melee attack. He has advantage.
Use my reaction with Halo Spores. Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution saving throw. 14.
No, succeeds.
Okay. That's going to be a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. That's going to be 15 points of piercing damage plus 3 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And that will end his turn. Brings us to the rest of the Duergar. They are going to... we'll handle it kind of in this little snake pattern, starting up from here and working our way down. So we'll start with the first guy at the top. He is going to come down here to attack you, Maury, with his war pick. It's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that just hit.
That just hits? Okay. That's going to be 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Are you sure that hits? You have the... Oh, wait, you have the +1 shield now. That's right. Next up is this guy. He is going to come down here to also attack you, Maury. Actually, no. Where was? He's gonna attack you again, Maury. Whoa. So that's an 8 to hit.
Miss.
Misses. This guy is going to just move over here and try to attack your spirit. Juliet?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's his AC at.
It's okay. It's a 5. 5 to hit. The one that's glowing is going to go next, and he's going to attack you with his war pick. Juliet, that's an 11 to hit. I don't think that hits.
No.
Next, we're going to this one right here. This one's going to attack you, Timic, with advantage. It's going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
For 5 points of piercing damage. And then we'll go to this guy. This guy is going to go up here to attack your spirit as well. That's a 15 to hit the spirit.
I'm trying to find his AC.
It's a 14, so that hits.
Yeah, it hits.
And that'll be 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay. I don't know how to edit that.
I do.
Okay.
I gotcha. And then the last one is this guy way down here at the bottom. He's going to meander over here to attack you, Timic. Just the easiest thing for him to do. With his war pick. It's a 10 to hit.
And this is...
All right. That'll end all of their turns. Shirley, want to enter the fight?
Ooh, yeah, boy, howdy do I. Okay. So, I'm glad they get those 3 temp HP at the beginning of all their turns. Because it looks like they're going to need them. Yeah, I'm going to...
Oh, that's right. Heroism gives temporary HP, right?
Yeah, 3 temp HP.
At the beginning of their turn every time?
Yeah.
At the beginning of your turn?
The beginning of you guys' turn.
Okay.
I'm going to move there with my
So, Timic, so everybody actually has 3 temporary hit points right now because we've already gone through heroism once. So everybody has 3 temporary hit points. So keep track of that, guys.
Okay, I didn't know that. So that means I would have only had 3
One
points.
actual point. Yeah, you only would have had 1 point in here. So just add 3 to whatever total you have, guys, right now.
Okay.
All right. That's my movement. So my actual...
delete the holder unless you guys want to move.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, if they noise.
Everybody's
All
like,
right.
oh, there's a beholder on the screen?
Yeah, so I'm going to this guy and this guy are a little beefier looking, right?
Yeah, they also have these very ornate looking lances that they have that are kind of like, you can see the tips of them are kind of on fire.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and cast Bane at second level on both them.
Okay. So it's a charisma saving throw.
Yeah, DC 14.
All right. Natural 20 on one of them.
Man.
And a 1 total. So 2 minus 1. So this guy down here is baned. I will put a little mark on him. Yeah, we'll use this radioactive symbol. So he's baned right now.
All right. And then I'm going to inspire Timic. And that's actually a D8 since I am 5th level bard.
Okay. So Timic, you have a D8 Bardic Inspiration deck.
I'm just going to tell him, like, this is for all the marbles, bud. Like, I know you're surrounded, but you got this shit.
Okay. And there's a +1 for Timic. Which brings us to Timic. Timic, what would you like to do?
I would like to move here.
Okay.
And this guy.
Yep, this guy will use his reaction to try to attack you. But he is baned. Minus a d4. So that's going to be a 3 to hit.
Misses.
Hits, yeah.
And then I will cast Tidal Wave.
Okay.
That
was one we had to make, basically, I think.
Oops.
Yeah, I
Well,
think it's just gonna roll damage for you.
It will hit that entire line of enemies there. It's 30 feet long, 10 feet wide, 10 feet deep.
So this entire line right here.
So it'll hit them. They need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Beautiful. All right, so we'll start from the top down. First guy, fail. Second guy, fail. Fail. And fail. So all of them take, what was the damage you just rolled?
19.
19?
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Damn, get wrecked.
And the DM is no longer allowed to have fun.
I was gonna say you can add D8 to that damage. Because I'm a
Add
Valor
D8 to
Lord.
the damage?
Yeah.
It's the damage?
Yeah. That's
Oh,
what the
I'll add
Valor
that
Lord's
to
all
it. Have to
about.
try to kill that.
Yeah, you're allowed to add a d8 to the damage, yeah.
Holy shit balls.
So
Yeah.
it's 27 points of damage, and that bams that guy away.
Line up,
Oh,
knock him
yeah.
down.
Line him up, knock him down. All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it.
Alrighty, brings us back to
Yeah,
Juliet.
no, I'll just take a guy half the field.
So with that move, Juliet, you do have an attack of opportunity kind of in your way.
How? I was over here.
Oh, you were. Oh, never mind. Then you're fine. I thought you were here.
No. I was right over here. And then I just went down there.
Woo!
Was-
Troll Gamers giving us 50 bits.
Hey,
Heyo.
nice.
I do believe. Hold on. Not to take us away from this at all, but I do believe. Come on. We haven't had the bits come through yet, so it's been a little bit. So because this is the first time, Struggle Gamers, I am going to allow you Struggle Gamers, to actually give advantage to one of our players. Just put it in the chat. Because you were the first person to donate bits in this stream, which is really cool. Anyway, so where were we? Julia, what are you doing?
That's
so you're
fine.
attacking. Yep, you're attacking.
Yep.
Pack weapon 16. Which one are you tagging?
The one that's right in front of me, in front of
Yep.
Maury.
Big
This
dude,
one, right?
okay.
Yeah,
Yep,
the big
that
dude.
one, that 16 does not hit.
It's a 24 at advantage.
Oh, it's a 24. It does hit. So that's
Yeah.
6 points of damage.
And then Thirsting Blade.
Oh, good.
Oh boy. 17s across the board does not hit, unfortunately. So you come in, you swing that pack weapon, you actually do make contact, like, "Ugh," and then he kind of sees you coming up for the second one, he just kind of bashes away with his shield.
Okay. We're going to bonus action. He's going to move. Oh, actually, doesn't have to bonus action. I'm gonna order him to move over here and hit for him to attack the guy that I'm attacking.
Okay. Short sword attack incoming.
And
That is going to be a 12 to hit, which does not hit.
would he get advantage if he's right by me?
Alright, so we're going to roll a d4 really quick. 4. Timmy, you have advantage on your next roll.
All right. Great.
And I think that's all I can do.
Okay. More Haran.
Go to work. I'm gonna the guy below me. I'm gonna go ahead and attack. So
Okay, blow me.
Just wink.
I was like, really, Ben?
so that's
Just
gonna be a 20 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Oh,
14 damage.
correct.
He is on the brink of death.
I will use my second attack to,
Smack him.
and that's going to be 26 to hit for 11 damage.
How do you want to do this?
The way I love to do it, I'm going to uppercut him to his jaw and smash his face in half.
And you do, and you just see the jaw kind of juts up in, and you actually can hear the crack as it kind of like breaks the rest of the bones in the mandible, and you actually see blood start to pool under his eyes as you go and falls to the ground dead.
do I catch your eye, Maury?
Was that?
I said, do I catch your eye as you're doing that?
Of course.
I wink at you. Good job.
I'm going to go ahead and throw the hand axe at the one next to Timmick.
Okay. Which also happens to be next to Juliet. 17 hits. That's 8 points of damage.
It's 9 because it's the +1 hatchet.
Correct.
Action surge.
Okay.
Start with the guy right in front of me.
Okay.
That's a 24 to hit for 15 damage.
Absolutely.
And I'll add, so it's 21 damage.
Okay.
And since he's still standing, I will. Actually, you know what? No, I'll go to the guy right on top of me. I'm an equal opportunity smasher.
Those don't hit, so never mind.
Actually, I will. So that's a 21 to hit
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 7 damage.
Damn.
But that gives me, I've only got one of those left, which is alright.
I think I accidentally took +1s away from everybody. I gotta fix my hotkeys, so I'm gonna bring them back up for the people that have them. All right. Anything else on your turn with all those action surges?
Because I can't bonus action on an action surge, so that's it for me.
Okay. The next turn would be the Duergar's, but he is dead. Then it would be the next Duergar, which for some reason didn't show up on the thing again. I don't know why. So the regular Duergar are going to attempt to do things.
They're gonna try real hard.
They're going to try really hard. This one up at the top is going to get the heck out of dodge. This guy is terrified of you, so he's going to try to get away from you, so you get an opportunity attack.
Actually, it'll be that's fine. He's the first one to hit, so he's got booming blade on him. So as he runs away, he takes 2d8 damage.
He explodes and dies. This one is also going to try to run away.
So that one I'll take the opportunity.
Okay.
Let me see.
Ooh,
oh dear,
natural
baby
20.
Nice.
Damage.
Damn.
And that is exactly what you needed.
Splat.
You actually are just like, no, come over here.
Okay.
I'm not done with my fun, boys. Don't run away now.
And then the last one is going to try to run. And gets
Opportunity
about
attack.
Oh God. Oh God. What an idiot.
that far. So Juliet, go ahead and roll your opportunity attack.
Okay. Would I still roll it with advantage or no?
Yeah, because he no, actually you don't, because he gets there. He's allowed to get there, but he can't get beyond that. Still hits for 5 points of damage. He's still just hanging on, limping away. Timic, are you gonna do anything?
I will attack him also. I don't know why I just did that.
I mean,
I have to roll my.
Well, hopefully a hit, because that's pretty good damage.
I was gonna say you should keep
So
that for your
roll a
damage.
d20 plus 5, I believe it is.
Oh!
Yeah,
Oh.
that's it. You
Yeah,
also
good enough.
You take him out. He's gone.
Wow.
So that ends all their turns. There is one guy still up there, and that brings us to Shirley.
All right. Let's see. Can I?
Oh, and that was your advantage roll too. So you actually,
He's dead.
you mean he's dead anyway.
All right. Let's see.
We'll save that. We'll save the advantage roll on the next one that actually needs it.
All right, cool.
Hmm.
Is there more on the thing or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one way to the north, which I'll show on the stream map as well.
Run up there and tell him. I'm just gonna holler after him as he like runs off. Like, what? What do I say?
What do you say?
Hmm. I probably don't speak his language, so just in common, just in case he understands it, I'm just gonna tell him that the teeth of Nulgrim are on the hunt, and they're coming for your leader. And then I'm just gonna like half-heartedly huck a spear after him, not actually trying to hit him, but just
Okay.
like, give him the attention, like keep running. But
If I can hear you say that, I would translate it in Undercommon.
okay, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack for the spear.
All right.
Sure.
Hopefully I don't hit him. Oh shit. All right, let's see, where's the inventory. Oh dear God.
Luckily, this guy hasn't been attacked, so you actually catch him on the ankle, and then he is able to. Well, we'll see what he does.
Yeah.
Timic, are you gonna do anything to stop this guy from running away?
I want to look to Moron. Do you want him to live?
Nope.
But, God damn.
There's the advantage roll. Chill touch.
Mm,
7 damage.
Probably not enough to kill him, though, right?
No, unfortunately. Yeah, he hadn't hurt yet, but he's looking really hurt now.
he'll remember that one at least.
Juliet.
I look to Mari. Should I kill him? Or should I try to kill him?
I hate these things, lady. Kill them.
All right there, big
Here
guy.
for you.
Yes, Timic, I know. And yeah, I'm going to Eldritch Blast him if I
All
can.
right, go ahead and Eldritch blast him.
Fair enough.
Blast him.
Get that blast.
So if I can, it's probably not going to hit him.
Yeah, nope, not with that roll, unfortunately. You threw an Eldritch Blast. You're at 5th level. You have 2 beams, so
Yeah.
we'll use the second roll. So that is a 19 to hit, which does hit. Deals 6 points of damage. Still just barely limping away.
I'm going to have my guardian or my spirit thingy move up to him.
This poor guy is like clawing his way away. He's like, meanwhile, like people are hucking spears and ice and like shadowy bolts.
Ooh,
Just
snake
like-
eyes.
I got him. Oh, I missed.
Your little guy like kind
right.
of runs up. Your little guy kind of runs up with his short sword and he goes to like swing it, but he accidentally trips on his own sword and kind of just like falls down.
He's not very good, is he now?
Um,
That's all right. He'll take the message.
will he though? Will he, Morharon? Will he take the message?
Well,
Better.
I need him to
Because
make
if
a
Doesn't. I'm gonna find him
Dex save.
deck save.
and I'm gonna gut him.
16 minus 2.
So it's a 15, so that's a 14, so that fails. He takes
Oh yeah, I have a minus 1 as well, so that's actually 15. minus
5
1.
points of acid damage as I use my breath weapon to spray acid all over him as he runs.
That is enough to take him out. You just see him just like, "Argh!"
Oh Jesus Christ! We've like chased this guy like through like half the field, just like whipping shit at him.
Shirley, I figured you could have killed that guy. What happened?
I was trying to send a message, but I think that'll do.
Oh, did you want him to run away?
What would that say about our dignity?
I mean, there's a strategy here, right? Like, yes, we are capable of killing all of them, right? But if they don't know who we are and what we're doing to their companions, why would they run from
They'll
us?
know when this whole group doesn't show back up.
This is true. But the message will get there how much faster if one of them shows up.
What happens if we
You're
take
on
his
it,
head?
It's different next
What happens
fight.
if we take his head off and then we send it to somebody?
I mean, we're definitely taking the heads because I put a bounty of like 25 gold apiece on each of these guys. So, like, even
So
you guys
so you,
turn them in.
so you guys can get 10 heads off of these guys.
And DM, can I just
Yeah.
check them for stuff that I know would be valuable?
Sure, investigation check. That's high. I can't see it right now. Hold on.
It's 16.
15. Between picking some of the pockets and stuff like that, you do find another 10 gold pieces.
Now those lances, do they look like they would be usable for somebody like Shirley that likes big long weapons?
They look like they'd be useful. It would appear that whatever magics were kind of keeping the fire and the flame lit have dissipated since the individual's passed, unfortunately. So they would function as just a regular lance if you would like to use those. But that's up to you.
I want to investigate the bodies as well. I want to look and see if they have like any particular orders on them or, you know, anything like that.
Okay. I'll allow you to make an investigation check as well.
What, DM, what would I have found for? I mean, looking for the weapon. I would have gotten the 10 gold, but what would I have found for loose, small weapons I could throw in a bag to sell later, like swords, axes, small stuff?
You between all of them, you'd be able to pick up another 5 hand axes.
Okay, thank you very much.
And then with that investigation roll, You find very similar notation. You find basically it would appear that the after kind of attacking Chesterfield and Dewhurst, part of the troop movements were to kind of remobilize and try to take this particular spot here to choke off the movements of anything else coming from the east, and kind of choking that point off, and then moving the rest of the troops eastward towards the main capital after the witch, if they were successful. But it would depend on successful completions of their missions, which for this guy, his mission is over.
Yeah.
So he is gone. And then for this guy is also going to try to make a move onto Deer Meadow. If I can have Timic roll 3d6 for me. With a 16 and with the momentum of your victory out in the field and basically dispatching one of these forces, you actually were able to beat back with the help of the other guards here at the garrison here at Deer Meadow. You actually push them back and actually eliminate this entire unit completely. Successfully defending Deer Meadow in the process. It's at this point you hear over the course of the next long rest, so you guys do get a long rest now.
Nice.
This unit here, you lose eyes on them as they move. This unit down to the south in Timberwood. You actually hear, ironically, word of your successes here in Deer Meadow have traveled down to Timberwood and has actually bolstered the morale of the individuals down here. And they actually, after 3 days of just constant sieging with this force, they get the advantage on them and actually eventually dispatch this one as well.
Okay.
Ironically enough.
Hell yeah.
So, currently on your map, you do not know where any of the troops are. You do hear, as far as any movements of scouts or anything like that, you do hear that this main force is still located here, and is likely... You haven't heard anything about their likely movements or anything like that, but it does appear that there's a main force that's still bolstering itself here, just outside the Witchworm Tomb. Or the Witchworm. Need to find the actual word. Yeah, the Witchworm Tomb. Yeah, I was right. So they are still there. They are still a threat. You do know of another unit that's somewhere around in this general vicinity, but you don't have eyes on them currently. And it is at this point, everyone, that we are actually going to end the session for tonight. So, after some successful shopping and some successful, you guys were able to kind of stave off some attacks here, but you were able to kind of fend off a good number of these Duergar forces over the course of literally just kind of less than a week. Kind of like just a nice, simple, easy work week for you guys. Bank hours, if you will. I want to thank everyone for coming to watch us tonight. I want to congratulate Platinum Dice 07 for winning the dice giveaway. Also, if you haven't, make sure you follow this channel. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Subscriptions on here on Twitch really help us. So whether it be your Amazon Prime Twitch subscription or just a flat out regular subscription, really helps reinforce kind of like what we're doing here and actually gives us the ability to kind of continue to work on and enhance this presentation for you guys. So if you guys have the ability to do that, please do that. It's a great way to support the channel. We also have that Discord community. We got a bunch of other stuff. There's a bunch of links down in the description, or down in the things below there on the different panels. So I hope you guys enjoyed your night. I know we did. And until next time, happy gaming.
You
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Take care.